I want to believe that they are not cheaters. They are not destroying the integrity of Counter-Strike, and that's why I want to be as close as possible to see them. But for now, the admins will stay close to them as we stay close to the matchup, because we hear the music and we know what that means. Transition, and boom, we're on Anubis. WALCZAKI on
Back
the
in
T
it.
side and Echo on the city side. Let's see what that brings us.
This map was picked by, I believe it was by, was Zaki now?
WALCZAKI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
Echo.
weird that they start on the T side though.
Mm. Right to the side has been captured. The bomb being planted. Everyone being fully alive. Iceberg will meet his end there. He was a little bit impatient there. Could have waited for his team before he went. Other people are continuously dying. Not much that they could do. They're getting caught off guard, and Nikki will desperately try to make a pick, but he's being outnumbered. And the pistol rounds will go to none other than WALCZAKI.
Good start. Again, I'm a bit surprised by the fact that WALCZAKI started on the T side, because I still see Anubis as a map that favors T side. People were trying to talk about the changes that happened over time to this map, and you know that is not gonna be the case. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not falling for that. In my
Yeah.
opinion, especially in the lower tiers, the whole game of Counter-Strike is T sided sometimes. So I would say that is the same case for Anubis, but. We'll
Oh,
see.
but what was that molly? He didn't land. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah. It happens, you know.
Well, I'm glad that now when I'm getting flamed by my teammates, I can show them this clip. It was really curious where he would land it, but that doesn't matter too much because once again, these guys are walking just like on a boulevard, catching this site and getting it. Iceberg this time will make a kill before he gets taken out. And without too much of an effort, WALCZAKI will successfully get the second one as well.
Yeah, but now they will have to pass their first real test, because it's time for the full buy on the other side. It's time for Echo to bring the weapons. We see the VRS forecast with 4 positions at stake for Echo and just 3 for WALCZAKI, and they are getting closer to top 30. So it means we might be seeing WALCZAKI at some really, really big events. And I know that they've been together for a while, so they might be deserving of that. Oh, okay,
Oh,
Lix is gonna cut to the chase, and he will stop my speed to show us these kills. Very first kills for Echo, and Lix will go down now, but at least his teammates are still up, doing fine. And WALCZAKI will
that
get a
was
big
a good
hit.
opportunity. The bomb yet still about to be planted though, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult considering that they've lost multiple people in this process. Still have plenty of time, but I wouldn't make that a goal from it, or I wouldn't rely on it too much to put it in a better perspective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Another kill.
another one gets beat up. Okay, suddenly 2 versus 3 could be doable by Alimp and Sammy. They get the bomb planted, even though if they get killed, at least they got the bomb plant. And that's going to be extra money, only that. And Echo finally will be putting a point on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I told you it's gonna be the first complicated round that WALCZAKI would walk through, and it's clear that they weren't able to really deal with it. So 2-1 deserved it. For now, we haven't heard any screams, and it makes me wondering if Iceberg's gonna be back to screaming at all of his opponents yet again, because
You can
yesterday.
hear Moonwalk, honestly. He was the
Oh
one who
yeah,
was screaming a lot, yeah, in the past DraculaN seasons. So he might
true.
have a competition.
I'm sure one of them will start at some point, and after that they'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely.
Still both teams on a full buy. Sam is going to bring the AWP, and it's time to see another really serious round. You can't afford to pick now because you know that a weapon will be watching over that spot, and you might be in danger. For now, WALCZAKI really like a side. They seem to have a certain pattern they want to follow. They've gone for the B side every single time. They want to go there again because they feel like everything is working perfectly there, and they have no reason to change it. A bit weird to see a team pushing 4 rounds in a row in the same spot, but as long
Hey,
as
if it
it
worked,
works,
it worked, right?
yeah,
I mean, the
nice
only
shot.
time that they lost it was last round, and that was due to the fact that they lost multiple people in the process. And seems like they get another bomb being planted. It's just a lot of mind games. These guys are top 40 for a reason. Ooh, okay. Sammy gets one before he gets double picked. And Lix is going to join his teammates in the spectators. And now Salazar and Belly not be given too much of an option here. They just have to save and go for an exit frag here.
Perfect
Interesting.
answer. Perfect answer from WALCZAKI. They lost the round and they came right back on top of it, and they managed to win another. Salazar is gonna lose his weapon, but boy at least keeps that AK safe and nobody's close enough to steal it from him. So it is 3-1 for the Polish side. In the first
And
timeout.
there's timeout, yeah, for Echo.
Yeah, let's see what the coach might have to say this time.
You have to be careful. These guys are coming to you. They will go on B. Everyone goes on B, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think it's
That's
about time for WALCZAKI to make a change. They should be trying that A side as well. I think their strat book cannot be that short. And something weird is that when I previously watched S Gaming, as they were previously known, I remember they were playing Nuke more than anything else. So I'm a bit shocked by the fact that Anubis has been their first pick, and then Nuke was picked by Echo. Maybe this was just a game for them to win the veto, and I believe it could be a huge win for them overall because they've chosen a map where they seem to be stable. Their gameplay is looking good so far, and also they've had Echo choose another map which they don't mind because Nuke, as I was saying, was looking good for S Gaming at some point. So maybe we could be talking about a way of reading this veto really well, and WALCZAKI might have a win before the game began. Utilities are flying above the A side. I told you at some point they need to change something, and it was this time. But Salazar and
Ooh.
Leaks are not gonna let it be so easy for Echo. There are 2 kills for each side, and the bomb will not be planted yet. Even though WALCZAKI don't realize none of Echo's players are really close to the side. I mean, they will try to force their way in, but with 1 minute left, they don't want to overpick, and WALCZAKI won't do that either. So instead, while Echo are trying to regain control of the A side, they will slowly rotate to the B side. So it looks like all roads actually lead to the B side, and whatever they try in the beginning of the round, they will always go where they feel safe.
Yeah, and in the end, this could be just like a game of Tom and Jerry because we have CTs chasing Ts, and they are unaware they're just behind them. And now this retake, it's going to be a way more difficult than anticipated, considering the fact that no defuse kits will be introduced. And okay, having a couple of utilities, yet they're still going to perform an attempt, but they'll have to do it with one player less. It's a 2 versus 2 as All Imp will unsuccessfully manage to get one, letting every hard work on Sammy. And wow, well played by Salazar. Of course, it's Salazar, the one who's going to carry the
Oh,
boast, but oh no! I thought he got it! Oh, so unfortunate. I really thought he got it. Wow. Yep.
the
That's why
smile of
Diffuse Kit
relief.
is the Diffuse Kit is out of must and only be screaming already.
So he's gonna steal Moonwalk's job.
No, no, no. Moonwalk. No, he's basically the introduction, because once Moonwalk is activated, everyone gets activated. You know, but
Okay, he's
they
doing
need
the.
to. Yeah, they need to activate him first, so Moonwalk can activate the others.
Okay, WALCZAKI with a timeout, screaming and joking, but getting serious now as they know they can't risk to let their opponents take any sort of control over what's going on right now. So, with that being said, it is going to be a small break where the talks will be constructive, and probably Echo could have some really good time as well here, because they also have some things to discuss about. Even though right now it's an eco, it's going to be a full buy round eventually coming for them, and that's the point where they gotta perform.
Just a couple of pistols here. There's not much that you could do in this scenario. Just like make a kill, steal a weapon, and that's it. Save your resources. But we've seen even last game, right, between BetClick Apogee and EAC, that there were 2 ecos round which were successfully on. Now let's see if eco can inherit some of their competitors' strat here. Oh, boys, had a good setup. Well, almost got him. Lix is going to join him on the bench. Do you think the bomb is going to be planted on B this time as well?
I think the bomb won't even get planted this time because
Yeah,
Nick is the last one standing.
standpoint. Moonwalk. Yeah, playing patiently by the book. No casualties on WALCZAKI's side. Being just chill.
I love how active Big Clan are in this chat. I mean, they've been
Yeah,
following us since December of the last year, and they are here to watch the players. Maybe they're doing some scouting. Who knows? Another major team somewhere around DraculaN here. We're unfortunately not gonna see them because they've had to play the major, and probably they just wanted a break, so they had to
yeah, with the
reject the
off-season
invitation.
changes, anything can happen.
Exactly. Let's
Not
see
sure if it's
how.
the official account for Big, but who knows?
It seems like it is. I mean, they have a profile picture. They have 5 followers, though. Maybe
Uh,
someone
that
actually
doesn't
stolen
seem
their.
that official to me, but I could be wrong.
Maybe they've stolen the main account of Big. Maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah, maybe
name.
it's the undercover account.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
You gotta support the Tier 2 lands. Well, thank you, whoever you are.
I
We
mean,
appreciate that.
you know who it is. It's a big clan.
We don't know which big clan.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let's focus on the game because things are happening. Salazar, the first one to go out, as Moonwalk's gonna have really good pick text to Olim's Flash. It's a good way to kick off a round, and of course, you might be wondering, where are WALCZAKI going to go? What do you do with this? And you already know the answer. It's gonna be the B side. After Olim takes down Nikki B in mid as well, it is going to be the B side yet again, and I don't know why Echo just don't send their whole team into the B side. Whatever they do, whatever they would try to go and move around the things that WALCZAKI would do, at some point inevitably they'll be found. A really good start for WALCZAKI. Just now they will lose a player. 20 seconds left. Bomb going down. Safe position. Iceberg cannot interfere with it, and Lix is gonna be eliminated as we're talking. So Iceberg, the last one standing, and we have a team on fire for sure here, because WALCZAKI are not gonna stop anytime soon. They started on the T side. They saw Anubis as a perfect possibility to kick this best of 3 off perfectly, and not only that, but they also started on the T side.
Looks like the second timeout already kicks in, and if we get at least 2 more rounds, then the super advantage would be triggered. Oh, not 2, but a couple of more, so to say. And yeah, this it's quite a huge gap here in between the teams. And okay, if it's a gap between the rounds, that's fine. but it's also in the economy. So when you also have the economy added up on the top of discussion, and that's going to be a dangerous zone to walk with, and especially here on Anubis. I do understand that this is not Echo's map pick, but still trying your best or at least coming to a close scenario from which you steal your opponent's map. It's going to put you in a favorable position. And speaking of nuke, right? I don't know how to say to Echo, but like when Echo picked nuke, they basically did Wachowski a favor, because if you look on HLTV, nuke is their always first pick, and they successfully managed to beat Infinite 13-2, and out of 25 games, they have 18 victories and 9 of them are losses. So Wachowski on nuke, these guys are looking strong as well. So your best gamble would be on Anubis, but on Anubis, yeah, they have pretty much positive win rate for everything except on Task 2 and Overpass.
Yeah, told you that it might be a huge victory even before the game has started. The veto really advantages WALCZAKI here, and also we could get an answer to why these things are happening here on Anubis. It's because Echo have played this in an official just one time, and I think that was a loss. So
But speaking of officials, never mind. These guys, even though they are forcing and playing with pistols, their shots found two players from Wachowski already. It looks like Salazar and Bowie. Each of them will be now upgrading their arsenal to an AK-47. And look at the time! They don't have time to plant the bomb.
they
Wow,
don't
okay,
even
I
want
did
to
not
try it.
expect that. That's a really, really weird situation and something new, especially from Wazowski. I mean,
Oh,
it-
just a
chilling.
happy chicken. In case you're wondering, how did she live so much? Well, we haven't seen anything in the A side so far, so probably the chicken just enjoys the summer, the sun, trying to get a tan, you know, whatever people are doing in these days.
Doesn't it
While,
get reset after each round?
I don't know.
Like it spawns randomly?
I don't know.
I thought it was. Well, anyway, now we have more of a round here as, oh my god, Nikki B will manage to remove Woundwalk quite early. I mean, barely surviving though, but still, he would still be a valuable asset here. And now Wachowski, these guys need to play a little bit more all together and coordinated, because Echo looks like slowly but surely they started to gain a little bit of momentum. You still have that up with Salazar. We've seen them previously, how valuable he was. Oh, Badgme gets burned alive. Niceberg has started doing some frags and doing some more for the team as well. Oh, such a missed opportunity from Sammy, but not a missed opportunity for none other than Salazar. There it is, the trade, and Sammy being left alive with an up, fully surrounded by the remaining players from Echo. 30 seconds left down the line. Can he at least get the bomb planted, or is it going to be the second round where the bomb doesn't get planted and Chaski will be in a economical crisis here? It looks like the bomb is not going to get planted. And honestly, I think in this scenario, that's not a bad decision at all, considering you want to save that up, because you cannot buy it for at least 2 rounds. Yep, second round in a row where Wachowski cannot plant the bomb at least.
Yeah, 6-3. The advantage of WALCZAKI is tightening up, and Echo start to approach. They take it round by round, and I like the fact that they started to understand that the Polish side is currently not doing anything special. They were winning thanks to the aim. They were a bit unpredictable when they went to the B side. When they went to the B side, and they went in pretty quickly, so no reaction from the defense. But whenever they decided that okay, we've had enough with this, Echo started to frag out, and I like that. And now they challenge WALCZAKI to try and do some different things, to try and alternate a bit more. Maybe we're gonna see the first push towards the A side. Maybe we're gonna see them taking control of me, throwing some crazy smokes. After all, even though it's not their main map, they chose Anubis, so they need to perform here. Salazar with the first kill on Olimp, and now it's time for Moonwalk to walk in. Oh, he has a sneaky position. Lix has an idea, but now he's gonna try and double Nikki B. They will probably peek out, and they have to check the corner. Oh, they won't, and those are 2 kills for Moonwalk. Perfect position at a perfect timing. Moonwalk will not get out alive, and it's a 3v3 now. Everything starts to get more interesting as Iceberg's gonna be alone, no backup on the way. He survives the first, throws the flash above, nade comes in, flash above, nothing for Moonwalk for Iceberg to understand, and Sam is gonna be responsible for the killing. So it is a 2v2 here, boy. Takes out Sammy, and Baimi needs to do it all alone. Does he have it in him? Does he get the clutch in this position? Everybody knows where he is. He can't go anywhere. Takes nothing with him, and that's Echo for another. And look at him. He started screaming. He reloaded, and he taken all the air he had around him, and he started screaming to his opponents. Perfect round from Echo, and 6-4 this time.
Few rounds away before ending the first half, and suddenly, well, not suddenly, but eventually, the momentum built by WALCZAKI have disappeared somehow. We don't have that much big of a difference. It's just 2 rounds, and Echo have all the chances to end it up to a 6-6. But we see them taking an aggressive position here, lurking around, pushing that mid. And are they going to catch Moonwalk from behind? Looks like it! It's going to be a beautiful split here. One will be taken out, but however, the advantage will still be in Echo's field. Well, not for too long, as now it's a 3 versus 3, and oh wait. Is Olim shooting with that back 10 from that distance? Oh, I mean, it's a brave pact though. It's not gonna help that up that much. Once again, bomb side B, the bomb will be planted. Looks like for WALCZAKI, only B side will be the one that are going to help them. But let's see how much they're going to help them. Olimp and Sammy both sitting really, really low. And Nate could finish them off. Salazar and Bowie don't have that resource. And now it's a 1 versus 2 between Salazar and Skeet Sammy. He's up to 5-7, and it's not going to connect. Another round will be taken by none other than WALCZAKI. Oh, I really like the mousepad. The mousepad is so calm for Moonwalk, but Moonwalk, we all know what the beast he is once he activates it. And not that necessarily in game, but I speak about screaming. You could hear this man like just by crossing the street. And the venue is basically like 2 meters underground, by the way. So
yeah, but, an interesting round. Honestly, I would have said that Echo would get it. They had every argument in the world, but I would say it was a bit of a thrown around from the Danish side, and that's what brought them here. WALCZAKI, not only they'll win their first half here on Anubis, but they're also a really, really good chance for them to make the advantage to 4 rounds. It all depends on how these positions will be played. Olimp is up in mid once again, but nobody's gonna pick this time. Only seems tempted, but this time he's gonna check the corner, learning from mistakes and doing it better. Alright, the opener, but this time I see something weird, something that we weren't supposed to see. Utilities thrown on the A side, a little intention of a player to walk into the A side. We are about to witness a whole half walk past. So 12 rounds without a single push. towards the A side. So at least do it for the memes. At least just go B one more time just to keep it going that way. Leaks to take one out. Boy with a second. So this time WALCZAKI are going to fall one by one. They try to somehow surprise Echo with some special picks, but it's not gonna work. And now Salazar takes
Ooh.
out Skid in the A side, and Sammy will have no chance at winning this round, even though he takes a kill. The bomb is down right in front of Echo's eyes, and with 28 seconds, it's hard to believe that Sammy will find 4 other eliminations, but he's gonna try, because what else can you really do? Spotted now, 2 players watching him, leaks to end up the round, and it is 7-5 at the end of the first half. A bit disappointing after the start that WALCZAKI had. I mean, I thought they're gonna have more rounds won here on the T side, but at the same time, Echo have been good. Echo recovered really well, and they saw the possibility of winning here. And I think one of the main reasons why Echo recovered is because WALCZAKI were really uninspired. I mean,
I wouldn't
not
be
only
too harsh when you say disappointment. I mean, in the end, these guys played it a top-notch Counter-Strike. They went on B side, they got it multiple times, but they were so unfortunate scenarios, right? And I think they played it smartly. Even though they didn't get the bomb planted, they had some economical resources and they could have gone for other plays there. 75 is more than a comebackable thing to do, and considering the win rate that these guys have, which is basically what, it's 73% in 18 games, and on Echo they played just one official map. Yeah, it could be advantages for them. We'll have to see how the pistol round will play. I'll expect something to be this close, but so far I wouldn't say it was necessarily that much of a one side. So this could go both ways, needless to say. And this is just the beginning.
yeah, clearly. But the main problem that WALCZAKI were going through, and that's why I would be a bit disappointed by how the half ended. Because overall, throughout the half, you can take a look at this, it's been good. I mean, they won, what, 6 out of the first 7 rounds. So, you know, that's something really, really good. The problem is that we did not see anything really from them. I mean, you had Moonwalk and Sammy to frag out, you have players consistently aiming, but you did not have anything special to actually surprise your opponents, because they've gone 12 out of 12 rounds aimed for the B side. In my opinion, that is a problem. No matter how high or low you are in the VRS rankings, no matter what tier you are, that is a problem. You pick a map and you're gonna abuse just one side without it working. I mean, if the score would have been 12-0 or 10-2, I get it. Okay, you had a good reason to do it, but it is 7-5. You gave 5 rounds away to your opponent, knowing that you could try a change. So it just feels like that way WALCZAKI are not gonna get too far. It's impossible to do the same thing over and over and expect it to have different endings. I mean, that's why they dominated the start, and after that they passed the torch to Echo, because they started to narrow down what is going on, and they started to stop WALCZAKI from doing the same thing over and over again.
I know that Anubis is T-sided, and I've seen someone in the chat mentioning, as you probably have also pointed that out, that from 6-1 it ended up 7-5. Indeed, there were some questionable positions, but I would say these type of questions or these type of analysis could be done after the game, because at the moment there's still something that needs to be going on. And as we're speaking of things going on, there is also a intense match on stream A between Nine and Inner Circle, and I believe that both of these teams are sitting on a 1-map win each. So be sure to also check that out. But now back to our match. It's interesting that no one from WALCZAKI, nobody is carrying any sort of utility. Everyone went with the small armor, not even a defuse kit available.
Yeah, basing their game on aim, probably. It's something that they were known for doing in previous games as well. I mean, they have good arguments to do so, because they have good aim. I'd say they dominated on aim, but sometimes the tactics are going to overcome that aim we're talking about. Olim, the first one eliminated, wanted to be aggressive to maybe catch something at the beginning of the round, but instead he'll be the caught one. And now it's time for Echo to make the next move. They are waiting a lot, so probably we'll be playing a waiting game. If Esk were quick with it and they try to take the entry frags as fast as possible, we might have a big chance to see Echo do it the other way around and to try and wait before actually doing something, to calculate every move, to catch the timings and whatever the Danny CS is doing these days, because that's the way they got consecrated in Counter Strike. Good kills from WALCZAKI. There's gonna be 2 from Leaks as well. Okay, we're talking now. Just by me, 11 HP. He has the armor, but it doesn't matter because he's now stuck just behind the little pillar. Single bullet will touch him, and that is
Nice
round over
attempt.
for WALCZAKI. The perfect possibility for Echo to equalize will be the next round, as they managed to take out the Polish once again. So it is, what, 4 rounds in a row, I think.
That was nicely played by Echo. Let's also keep in mind, right? This is their second official, and they had their first official game here in DraculaN. So these guys are just getting everything that they need here, and they successfully managed to beat Focus 13-11. It was a close game, but that doesn't mean that Echo don't have a confident Anubis in their pocket. Okay, a force buy here from WALCZAKI. Nobody's pushing nowhere. I mean, in the end, why would you? No diffuse kits, just some utils. There it is, the first one has been drawn. However, it's going to be off camera. Salazar is going to collect and is going to punish Leaks with a bullet in his head. He's still surviving. 2 against 5. It's such an ugly situation. By me, yeah, I think I pronounced it correctly. By me is really, really low. Sammy cannot do anything. And looks like all the momentum will be discarded, and we are now on a 7-7, and the force buy was unsuccessful, and Eco will collect a couple of rounds once again, continuing the streak from the first half, bringing it with them on during the second one. So impressive, really nicely done.
I mean, at some point, WALCZAKI are gonna bring back the weapons, and everybody that's saying down in the chat that such a big advantage was lost so easily, they are right. Um, I don't know what to say. That's why I'm using the word disappointed, because I'm a bit disappointed. I'm looking at what WALCZAKI could have done, and I'm looking at what they've actually done, and it's a big difference, and it's not a positive thing to say. But we'll see. Now that Echo equalized, they're feeling really good. You can see Salazar
Maybe they
laughing.
got a
He
little bit
feels good.
confident for WALCZAKI. I'm not sure. Because you've seen there, like, Skeet was really happy, Moonwalk was so excited, right? And maybe being over too confident converted in making a lot of mistakes there.
Who knows? It could be. It could be the cause. We know that overconfidence could kill your game when you feel on top of the world. We're never gonna find out, but instead we'll see how they will deal with it, you know, because you have to deal with it no matter what the issue is. You have to deal with it and see what you can do. Once again, WALCZAKI's map pick, 2 kills already coming Echo's way, and 3 players will be left for WALCZAKI to defend whatever they could defend in this round with just pistols. But the next one is going to be the real round. The next one's gonna be the real test that I don't see WALCZAKI doing well if they fail.
Surely after this one, it's going to be a timeout. I mean, Echo so far from a position from where they won on a disadvantage, it came up on par, and now they have a slight advantage over WALCZAKI. And let's not forget that this is WALCZAKI's map pick. You remember that in the beginning we said that probably this was advantage. This was clearly advantage the advantage of WALCZAKI. Now I'm on a second thought. I'm starting to think other way around because our nuke echo is not looking too bad as well.
Yeah, the tactical is not gonna come. Instead, there is an
Surprisingly.
AWP for Sammy. There are four other rifles for WALCZAKI. The perfect buy to help you win a round like this. Let's see if WALCZAKI will let that happen. They have two players in the B side, two in mid, and one on the A side. Neither did Echo really push the A side until now. They will take control of mid this time. It seems like B and mid are usually the played maps. It's actually nothing has happened on the A side for some reason. I don't understand why both teams avoid going to the A side, but whatever helps them, I guess. A 3v4 while Zaki lost another player. Now it's time for a little push to begin in the B side. There goes the pick of Skid, who's gonna be eliminated by me with one. A second. Can he find the third as well? The bomb right in front of him, and he's looking for it. Oh yes, he's gonna find Licks as well. 3 kills, and
Go,
someone needed to be the hero. By me will say, well, that's me, thank you. And he's gonna take another through the smoke. 4 kills in total. And even though he's down to just 9, well, a little moment of individual inspiration will be enough. Round number 17 to begin.
Yeah, Sammy on up. Let's see if he can find some targets, or will Salazar amaze us with another ace clutch, just as we seen yesterday. This match is not that important, as not he will be eliminated. However, it's going to dictate their placement in the upcoming days in the tournament. So, still important, but not that threatening. If we have to put it in another perspective, Salazar gets the opening frag on Olymp. However, this happens off screen. We don't know from where it was yet. Trying to push here on mid, but well, Moonwalk let that happen. He has a good setup, manages to get one. He's aware of the others. He has the second, tries to go for the third, but will soon be taken out. Now it's a 3 against 3. Sammy has a good intuition, but the shot seems not to be connecting. 40 seconds left. Decisions need to be made. So we look on the minimap, a small rotation is happening towards mid. Changing that up to an AK so they can enter a site. However, Sammy will be the only one who defended, but while he's rotating, the A side will be completely clear though, and Legs gets taken out in the smoke. Uh-oh, that's not looking too good. 50 seconds left down the line. They already know it's going to be the A side. 3 against 2. Diffuse kits are available, excuse me. How you're going to do this, WALCZAKI? This is a more than a comebackable position, but you need to play it smoothly though. There's not too much time. Iceberg, it's already taken out. And now everything comes down to Bowie's shoulder. Fails to get the second one, and just like that, WALCZAKI would still take the round. And I have to give it to WALCZAKI, man. Like, all those kills with all those pre-fires and the trades, they played it correctly. They played it perfectly. I really liked how it was executed here. Double picking, making the trades, getting the kills through smoke, checking every corner. And it was that good, it was that perfectly played that in the end, it resulted into Echo's third and last timeout.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks like the A side wasn't that bad after all. I mean, it just...
Oh, what's that?
Oh, my little pony.
Is it? I thought it
Okay.
was a gummy bear.
It looked like a little pony, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Sorry. Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean,
We'll go with your variation.
everybody has a favorite series after all.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was couldn't differ it that much from that angle. And also, let's not forget how Iceberg is playing. I don't know how that man is playing with a 45-degree angle. Holy guacamole.
No. Anyways, I was saying that I'm a bit shocked by the fact that we've seen a push into the A side, and not only a push, but also the bomb being planted and defused. Feels like we've just seen everything, so I think it's about time to not see the A side pushed anytime soon. Maybe even until Anubis will be removed from the map pool. I think we're not gonna see the A side ever again. That's round number 18, which brings the weapons back for Echo. They have an SMG sneaked in between those AKs, and on the other side, nothing to say about WALCZAKI. They took the advantage again. They are slowly building on top of their economy, and Sam is gonna help himself with a kill. Lix is eliminated in the A long, so it's a good beginning. The trades are coming in, but WALCZAKI are holding on to themselves. By me, the last one standing on the A side, on the B side, sorry. We've seen him beat a hero before, but now he's going to receive help from both his teammates. But that was exactly what Echo wanted, as it seems. First time, it seemed like they wanted to serve a bait and to rotate, but now they're gonna come straight back to the B side, and I think it's a bit too early. WALCZAKI are not really sure that they want to rotate. They're not really sure they want to move away. They don't know what Echo are doing, and the time will start pressuring them, so that's why they fall for the mind games. Olim's gonna fall out of the side, and he follows his teammate. Good one from Sammy. Time to call the backup back in, because the players are certainly gonna push for Echo right now. There is Olim missing too much. You can't afford to do that with 13 seconds left on the clock. Bomb going down in a safe position. By me to rotate back to the side. And this is going to be all about precision, all about who has the better decision making here. You can see Sammy taking an around the world route, and he's gonna come all the way to main, while you have By Me waiting, because there's nothing else he can really do. If anybody's gonna be picking, surely By Me will be there to take him out, but if not, Sammy will have to be the main character. There is By Me with a pick, nothing
Oh.
for him. The molly goes the perfect way, but do you know anything about Nikki? No, you don't. And the bomb ticking too fast, you know what it means. Echo will not pass on the advantage for too long, as they take another, and Sam is about to be robbed of his AWP as well. He's being followed. If he misses, he's gone, but he won't miss, and that's it. Round done, 9-9.
And what an incredible round. And speaking of incredible, let's have a look also on the players, right? Multiple people are almost close to hitting that 20 kill score mark. We have Sammy and Moonwalk from WALCZAKI, and on Eco, you have Leaks and Bowie, who are doing their best with Salazar following the mob. There is a technical timeout. I think there's an issue with one of the PCs from, or maybe with one of the players from WALCZAKI. And also, I've realized the thing that the title for this game is not correct. Maybe if someone from production or a moderator could change the title, please, because it's still EAC versus Pet Click Apogee, excuse me. All right.
Interesting so far. Hard to say who is going to take the map home. Of course, for WALCZAKI it would be ideal. I mean, I'm trying to go back to... Oh,
Oh,
oh.
oh, it gives us the rock beam. Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, it seemed like a staring contest. I was trying
Yeah.
not to...
But what happened to his nose? That's my question. Did he got into a fight? Is it a
Didn't
fight
he...
club? You cannot talk about it?
Didn't he get mistakenly attacked by his teammate yesterday? I saw a reel.
Wait,
Yeah,
for real? That's because of
yeah.
it?
Iceberg
No
was so
way.
happy, and he...
I saw it, but I did not realize it was that severe.
Well,
But why is he
Iceberg is
making the
is
same mistake then? Why he's still sitting behind Iceberg?
well, where else could he stay if he
I don't
goes
know, to
another way?
someone less emotional?
He won't see anything from all the PCs. But anyways, I mean,
But that he wants to get his nose broken then?
Who knows? Maybe today Iceberg will be nice enough to hit him in the stomach. Maybe he will stand up before the
No,
game is
Stomach
over.
is playing for another team.
Oh, all right. Well, enough with that. We have to see how the players hit each other on the server and not in real life because that's not the purpose of DraculaN.
Already the first frag kicks in. Did not even have time to make the transition there, as Bowie will be spotted in the kill feed. And let's talk a little bit about Sammy, right? I mean, look at that, 17 and 8. Up is being put on a good use, even though this is more of like T-sided map. That's not gonna matter. And we are preparing to go towards A. I really like the positioning here from Olim. Let's see if he can multiple picks here. Forward seems to be connecting, catches Iceberg off guard. There's still attempt to be pushing here. Nicky B gets taken out. Already 3 players down the line, lost in the process. Okay, Lix finds down one for him. The bomb yet still about to be planted, but they are getting cornered. Yep, Salazar not given much of a choice. And there it is, Sammy with the beautiful triple kill. Not much of a sweat there from his side. Will help his team, and they will be securing a double-digit score here.
Yeah, they're first to hit that mark, and look at Echo's financial status. Every player has under 2-3k, I believe, and they will be forced to go for a buy here because even if they deco, they won't have enough money for the next round, so at least take the risk and try to do something with it. Meanwhile, I think WALCZAKI are ready to benefit of that, and if they fail to convert rounds like this, I'm scared to think about Nuke. Meanwhile, we can see Leaks at 20 kills, just barely above Sami with 19. And yeah, I am wondering what kind of tricks can Echo show us here in order to put those pistols at work. Iceberg quiet today, just 5 kills so far, and probably not feeling himself here on Anubis. There are plenty of arguments in favor of why he wouldn't really be feeling safe on Anubis, but I believe on Nuke he should be a consistent player. He should be better than this. Before we get to that, we have to see how Echo will group for this round. 2 players still holding close to the A side, as WALCZAKI have the same complete there. Olymp and Moonwalk waiting for whoever is ready to step in front of them. But before that, Echo will make sure that they take control of mid. Nobody there to challenge it, nobody to ask any questions. But Moonwalk spotted the players in main, I think, and that's why they shift their presence towards mid. Olymp, they're present. Moonwalk and Olymp with 3 kills before the trade could happen. Moonwalk, no more bullets. USP out and you're gone. But now it's time to see if Echo get the time to plant the bomb because Kid is already close to them. He's trying to follow. He's trying to take someone out. Sammy will be present as well. And there goes the last one. 11-9. And you know what it means. It's gonna be a Nico for Echo. And that also means it could be the map point for WALCZAKI in case they don't do anything questionable.
I mean, in the end, it was a nice attempt. If you see like that double kill made with the tech made by Nicky B, one of them being him flying, delivering that from above. But in the end, nice attempts are not going to bring you anywhere closer from getting this map. And we are 11-9, and economy is not looking great. Basically, Echo will be putting all of their eggs and all of their force into the last round, which is going to be a match point for WALCZAKI. And yeah, just Moonwalk is here, you know, collecting the kills, you know, making this EDA looking good. Oh, he's going to die in the end, but he did more than enough. Oh, I was about to say, imagine if that nade would have killed Iceberg, but it's going to be Olim who will clean up the mess. And this is it, match point for WALCZAKI.
In taps. So here we go. It's 12. And they have the chance on the table. They are happy once again. 3 chances for them to close it out. We're gonna see the replays, but of course the pistols couldn't have done anything against those big weapons. And now it's time to see how can WALCZAKI really conquer. Can they end it right here? They have the money, the weapons, the mental to do it. So just 5 kills. Moonwalk, oh, that's risky. He's trying to do something special here, but Nikki B will not be surprised. Instead, Sam is ready for the trade, and he's looking for another. He checks the wrong angle, though, and he would need to just stand back because there's too much of a danger close to mid, and if Echo decides to push again, that little AWP won't be able to defend all of the players coming at once. Time for Echo to come a bit down. Salazar's gonna change to the AK as he knows that the AWP has no place in a round where Echo needs to be clinical. So they will go down closer to the A side. 3 players, and guess who's there? Sammy. Once again, he feels like he's the nightmare of Echo right now, and he's gonna take a second as well. He now takes that role of the top fragger, and he'll send Echo straight out of the site. They are going B now, and you know that someone's waiting for you there as well. Skid, who's been quiet today, but I told you he already has a good rating in DraculaN, so he might be the player ready to end it all. He has the AK-47, no utilities, but he has the angle. 40 seconds left for Echo to do the play. And Iceberg's gonna be the first one to get into the side. Skid has no idea, he's not gonna see him. Instead, he's waiting for someone to come in the other angle. Okay, he spotted him, the bomb going down. He tells his teammates, please come, I need backup. And now it's time for the retake for 4v3. All the players are full HP aside from Sammy, but he did his job perfectly already. Olim, the first one to challenge connector as Sammy's holding in from the long. And boy, he has the AK. He wants to spot someone while WALCZAKI are leaving it late. Can Boy do something here against 2 players? Sammy, the first one on the list. Boy for the second, and he's gonna take it right next to Iceberg. Echo want to stay alive, and they will succeed in doing so. By disappointed even though the round is not even over, but he knows that he can't defuse the bomb in time, so he'll be out of there. And that is how Echo touched double digits before this map is over. 2 more chances for WALCZAKI and 2 more perfect rounds before Echo could touch the overtime and finally breathe.
This is exactly the play that they need in order to force that sweet overtime. And you can see now the economy has skyrocketed through roof. And now WALCZAKI, they are in danger. You know, I mean, you don't want to close this. You don't want to make this match be into an overtime. In overtime, anything can happen. And especially, we've seen multiple people just like we had an upper advantage, reached overtime, and they lost. And I truly believe that Echo could be capable of pulling up these kind of performances. So what WALCZAKI should do is just be collective, stop making any risky plays, and playing it collectively. So far, no first blood has been drawn yet. Well, I have spoken a little bit too soon. Thank you, Iceberg, for showing me how wrong I was. But oh, look at that, being cornered for all multiple places. But that's not going to be a problem because Sammy's here to back you up as well as Skid. And what a beautiful trade here now in a wingman situation, 2 versus 2. Olimp will manage to get 1 versus 2. Salazar will need to pull up a clutch for his team. Will he be able to manage to do so? 50 seconds left. He has the bomb. He can go for plays. He has the utility. He has the flashbangs. That's going to be almost close to mission impossible. Salazar amazed us yesterday with an ace clutch. He will need to pull up a similar performance. It's not going to be an ace though, but the clutch needs to kick in. Otherwise, we're going on nuke, and nuke can go both ways. It's a really dangerous map. 20 seconds left. Luckily for him, that bomb site is empty. He can plant the bomb and chill for a moment, but not for too long. The rotation will kick in. Going together, that is the deadliest scenario that you can imagine, because the trade is going to take place. Salazar has a good positioning here. First one seems to be connecting. He's passed the second one, but he's not getting killed yet. Sammy needs to be fast about it. He doesn't have a smoke, he only has a flash. And Salazar has the upper hand. And he's a bomb, but that's not going to be enough. And just like that, Sammy will successfully take this round and confirm this match. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first map winners. WALCZAKI will defeat Echo. It's an incredible score of 30-10. Wow, that was... something closer, or in the end, it could be just one side. Who knows? Yeah, Nuke is the supreme test, especially here in this season at Super DraculaN. And with that being said, we hear the music. So I think the teams are already ready, and we shall see what type of action, what type of scenario it's going to happen. Let us know in the chat, who do you think is going to win? And even better, let me create a poll really quick to see what's public opinion.
Okay, meanwhile, let's see the pistols. How will they look? What is going to happen? The same thing as on Anubis. No diffuse keys, no nothing, just armors for WALCZAKI, who are going to risk a lot by pushing ramp, and in the end, they're going to lose that fight due to Nikki B and Lix fighting 3 elimination, while Sammy and Moonwalk were able to match it just by 2. Skid down to 16 HP as well. Baim is going to be the last one standing on full HP for WALCZAKI, and I think it's safe to say that Echo started this one pretty well. The pistols are looking really good. Iceberg is communicating a lot, and he's waiting down in the vents to see if anybody will approach him. But look at how far Baim has made it into the side. Not that it would matter or anything like that, but at least he's coming close here, even though they're not really trying the retake, because his teammate has been already eliminated, and I think this round it's over. Echo 1, WALCZAKI 0.
I mean, you could have seen that these guys were playing around, by opening the doors, closing it up. Look at the confidence of Leaks. They already knew that they got the round, and also by not having a defense kit, there's not that much you could have done. Well, pistol round was lost. Good advantage for Eco. No, it's still fine for WALCZAKI. What's interesting though is that they will go for a force buy here instead of going for an Eco. So let's see how this is going to turn out. Otherwise, they'll have to wait at least 2 more rounds before they'll have an attempt. But let's not forget that they're playing on the side, which in theory it should help them have an upper advantage here on the first half.
Yeah, Echo already down to 6 HP. It is. Oh, whoa, whoa. This shouldn't start like that.
Yeah. Just another day in the office. Sammy, once again, showing his op skills to everyone here who's watching us right now. For those who are asking what is the map pick, you can tell by the UI. If not, I'm going to tell you. So first pick was WALCZAKI's map pick, and now Nuke is Echo's choice. But I would not be over too confident for Echo, because usually when people are playing against WALCZAKI, they choose Nuke as their first map. And the record for Nuke for WALCZAKI, it's 18 wins and 9 losses. So yeah, there's also this information that you want to keep it in mind. But, in the end, those are just statistics. Speaking of statistics, Baimi and Moonwalk will both of them get one for themselves. Nikki B, unfortunately, gets caught shooting, and in the end is gonna die. And yeah, early into the round, early into the game, to correct myself, WALCZAKI managed to stop that momentum created from Echo, and this looks like a really good, successful force buy. So everybody come follow me. This is what the players are saying, trying to find leaks, but they are just going to fool a little bit, jump around, no bomb will be planted, no more extra money. And we already have a game quite early to this set.
Yeah. It came as an unexpected point for WALCZAKI. I mean, I thought that after how the pistols have shaped and how Echo started off pretty fast and pretty well as well, I thought that's not going to be the case, and we're not going to see WALCZAKI coming back so fast. But instead, it is going to be the Polish side taking it back right after losing the pistols, and they will put Echo in the position of forcing this time. Iceberg is down to 63 already. Sammy doesn't have the AWP, but any scope in his hands is dangerous, and that nade, what a damage done by WALCZAKI. Unfortunately for them, they will lose their sniper first, and now Olim's gonna be the second eliminated. Why are the force buys looking so good so far? Iceberg taken out by Skid, who's down to 54 HP. Moonwalk infiltrated into lobby almost. He's trying to find his position in hot, but seeing those pistols watching him, he will not entertain it. a bit above a minute left, so plenty of time for Echo and WALCZAKI both to think what to do next.
3 against 4. Bomb needs to be planted, but they can do it without too much of a stress. They still have more human resources than needed. And Moonwalk tried to do an ambitious play here from behind, but he's going to get punished for it. And Lix is going to do it the same. Looks like WALCZAKI did not learn their lessons. They not only did not fail to make an attempt, but also they added one more casualty, now leaving everything on Bainey's shoulders. And he's not much given an option here. Okay, he has a Galil, has heavy armor, has some utilities, no diffuse kit. 1 against 4. And I think at this point will just look for some exit frags here. And Eco will once again separate himself from WALCZAKI.
Yeah, I think the gods of Counter-Strike are sometimes working in mysterious ways, because I don't know how can the force buys be so effective, and whenever a team goes and takes the full weapon, nothing happens. But it is Echo to keep the advantage even after the sudden equalizer that we live to see from WALCZAKI. And of course, now it's gonna be another answer required in order to see what WALCZAKI think and are able to do about it. And it seems like it's just gonna be over and over again, force buy after force buy, until something magical would happen and the weapons would actually manage to get the victory.
And we have some stats for none other than our beloved player Iceberg. Let's see if we will have a similar reaction from yesterday, but this time be a little bit more careful with the code, right? I mean, we're not going to get anyone else, and surely it's not someone that is easily replaceable. Rain. Hopefully I pronounced that Danish name correctly. If not, you can correct me in the chat, guys. There's no problem with that. And speaking of problems, looks like Echo will have to start with one player less. Still trying to tackle that outside, going towards Secret. No smoke have fallen into place. Yeah, not much of a going on here. Iceberg here will try to basically create a path. Oh, I see here some action can. Oh my god, I was about to say I thought Iceberg got Sammy, but Sammy's reaction were way faster. Oh, here's the footsteps. Sammy gets the first one. And closes the door immediately.
Oh.
Gets the second one. Says, why do you want to keep fighting me? I got 3 players already. 1 HP will still be staying up strong until a nade would finish him off. And just like that, Olim is going to take the last kill. And now we are back to square one, where we are standing from an equal position, score being 2-2.
And guess what? Once again, it was the force buy. I don't know what Sammy was eating today in the morning. I don't know what Sammy is on right now, but it looks undeniably the best player on the server. And I think in each game we've had Hino on stream B, we've seen good players, we've seen decent players as well, but we've seen some MVP of the tournament contenders as well. It's not too early to talk about it, especially now that we're in the upper bracket, so it means one of these two teams we're watching will be a semi-finalist in less than 2 hours. Even if we get a decider, it should be less than 2 hours. So we have some serious contenders for the tournament here. Skid is going to be eliminated by me with a trade on Iceberg, and now it's time for Echo to keep on pushing, because they have good positions and those smokes are not going to last forever, so they better take Secret as fast as possible, even before a player from WALCZAKI will rotate down, because you know who that player would be. It's Sammy. He's somewhere close to the city, as Olymp will take the B-side. What has happened there? Oh boy, has taken 2 players down. Let's see, Olymp just won. He could have saved the round by himself here. And Sammy is the last one standing. He is up in heaven, far away from all the action that was going on, and this time he won't be able to interfere. So you might be wondering who is gonna win. Is it the team that forced?
Something tells me yes, and I don't know, man. It looks like a force fest to me. And
Crazy.
yet, none of the teams decided to go for a timeout here. And Echo has a slightly advantage here on T side.
I think it's a bit too early to go for the break.
Yeah, but considering that we're speaking about Nuke and it's a really heavy CT-sided map, I mean, in the end, it can come up to whoever got the most rounds on T side. And before you realize it, the map is already over.
True. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Until then, we have another force buy. Let's see if WALCZAKI can add it up. You know, it's just like playing basketball. I score, you score, and we'll do it that until someone is going to fail or is not going to be on par with what if we're trying to do.
Oh, Iceberg, we know what
Oh,
you're thinking about.
that's
Iceberg,
going
he's
for
going.
a knife. GG just gives information. Okay, this is what happens when you play 4x3. You're unaware of your enemy's position.
Oh,
Okay.
Moonwalker too. Right, Moonwalk. If he takes another, why wouldn't we think about this round? Just get 100 HP, takes another. Oh, so close.
Close, so close, but yet so far.
True. At least we get that chain of force by wins over, and it is
Yeah,
Echo to
finally.
interrupt it.
Finally.
A really awkward round. I feel like we haven't heard or used this word in a while. It was all awkward
Yeah.
because it started with that little chase outside with Iceberg not really knowing what is going on, and his opponent was just running away from him. And after that, everything was awkward. Moonwalk, then the 1v3 almost succeeding. It felt like a weird round, but now full pistols for WALCZAKI and a perfect chance for Echo to take the advantage to a 3-round difference.
Alrighty. Some pistols, not much to comment about it. Unless we're going to see a crazy deagle like this one. All in. All done.
To the weapon.
Oh, no. Maybe he shouldn't have. Maybe that was the mistake.
Had a good idea, but he just did not have enough
Here
time to do it.
It was just a thing of a timing. I mean, come on. I would have done, if I would have played there, I would have done the same. But then again, I'm a face it level 6. So,
Decent.
yeah, well,
I'm level 3.
depends we're asking.
If
Oh,
you're asking me, listen. Okay. And not even in my level 3 things like that happen. How did a close range fight ended up with a USP winning over a Mac 10? That's one of the
neither
biggest
is
mysteries
blind,
we're gonna have today, but okay. Quite stuff from Echo and WALCZAKI. And Moonwalk's gonna steal the AK. He's out of there.
looking really good. I mean, look at this situation. These guys started only with pistols, and so far they are contending from stealing this round from Echo. I mean, if the bomb wouldn't have been planted, then of course they would have had increased chances. But in the end, they're not going to walk away empty-handed, and perhaps this is the greatest achievement that they've got this round. But once
Yep.
again, having 5 rounds won as T, that's quite a performance. I'll give them credit for that.
Yeah. And we've only seen 7 rounds so far. So the number could even double right now.
Indeed.
Time to see Sammy back on the AWP, so Echo should be scared, but so far WALCZAKI are underperforming. If we're looking back at Anubis, they are not really on the same level, and I'm basing this just on the city side versus city side. This time Iceberg is going to be eliminated first, Skid is the one responsible for it, and it's a good start for WALCZAKI. They need to use these weapons perfectly, and they need to somehow start a streak here, because you were mentioning how this difference currently it's too big, and 5 rounds on the T side are enough already for Echo, so WALCZAKI should be worried about that. Oh, Sammy, he just avoided that, and instead he delivered it. Perfect round from Sammy, once again loading. He's gonna take a second as well. Leaks down to 55. Can Sammy find another? Smoke will cover him. Instead, he's being flanked as we're talking, and Leaks out of that smoke. Oh, the timings.
They're passing by each other, but Leaks just decided to randomly turn back and he got it. However, it's still in numerical disadvantage. 3 versus 2 Leaks. If he can get one more, then this is it. This could be it. It's just like a wingman lobby, but this is going not to go well. Salazar once again on the same exactly map. He did an ace splash. Can he pull a similar performance? Unfortunately, he cannot, as he fails to even confirm the first kill. And WALCZAKI finally gets around on the scoreboard, considering they've been struggling up until now.
It was about time, and once again, yeah, Sammy, unbelievable. That AWP is working perfectly, and as soon as he gets it, everybody is scared. His teammates, the coaches, the opponents, even we are a bit afraid to see what's going to happen with that AWP. But you know, that's the aura of a player that is consistently playing well. And I remember I was watching Sammy and S Gaming, the current WALCZAKI, in one of his darker periods, and he wasn't really fragging out that well. So I was really curious to see how the AWP would work now, knowing that sometimes Esk had to win without having their AWP on 100%, and I'm glad to see that is here. On the other side, let's not talk just about WALCZAKI. Echo, they have leaks 12 and 3. That is
Wow.
beautiful. It sounds beautiful. It is, and I'm curious of how leaks will look at the end of this map.
Yeah, if you put it from a perspective, I think more or less, if you take 3 players from Echo, Leaks will have their numbers jumped up. But in the end, imagine like he pulled this performance on T side. Hopefully on CT, we're going to see even a better performance than this. And he will be the one who take the MVP if Echo will successfully manage to take their map pick, and then Mirage will be our decider. But so far, we are having a 4 versus 4 with the bomb sitting closer toward T. No decisions have been made yet. Just walking around, trying to check some information, get some information here and there. And there it is, Olimp. He'll make that up on a good use.
He took it after Sami was eliminated, and he reminds us of him even when he's not alive. Echo have 45 seconds left to narrow down a path to save this round from being stolen by WALCZAKI, and now it's Kid eliminated. It could be a problem for WALCZAKI here. Still, it's a 3v3. This could go pretty much any way, but the decision for Echo to go to the B side might be the greatest available here. Olim's gonna open the door. He's been hurt by the player that's walking right above him, and I don't know if anybody's got any sort of information about Iceberg's position. Olim's gonna move around in the inside. 15 seconds left. It's clear that WALCZAKI will need to rotate. Olim misses. Oh, and he's gonna be burned alive.
Burned alive, no way. 2 versus 3, barely getting the bomb planted now. What's it going to be? This truly feels like a wingman lobby, and now Moonwalk has to pull a beautiful clutch to successfully manage to get one. He got the second one, but no! He won't have enough of HP. Moonwalk, please be gentle with the table. Our budget is limited, okay? Let's table did nothing wrong. Thank you. I mean, I do understand the frustration, but hey, you got your map pick. Worst case scenario, you're going to be on Mirage. And if you're speaking on Mirage, right, like WALCZAKI has 80% win rate on Mirage, and they've almost beat Eyeballers. And who, you know, who is playing on Eyeballers? the GOAT JW. So I wouldn't be too worried about it, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure they want to close it out in two maps and not have to live the emotions that a decider in a game like this would offer, because they want to go to the arena, they want to play in front of the crowd and don't want to, struggle to get there. So this is probably the main reason why they're trying so. And now that Nikki B was eliminated, Echo would still get to plant the bomb, so it was a sacrifice made in order to succeed. Let's see how the retake of WALCZAKI will look, because now they have the upper hand when it comes to the number of players, but with the bomb planted, the time is now running against them. Iceberg to spam the smoke. He knows the door has been opened, but it looks like for now he's fighting with the voices because there's nobody there. All the players will be coming from ramp, and so far, WALCZAKI doesn't have anyone ready to enter the site. I don't know what's going on. Sam is just now down. The kills are starting to fly, and now Salazar has an op, and that's dangerous because Boy is gonna take one as well. It's a 2v2, no defuse, no time, no nothing for WALCZAKI. Just the fact that Echo are going to win the first half starting on the T side, and welcome to their pick.
I don't know what Iceberg is saying, but I think if Iceberg and Woodwalk were in a room and they both drink at least one beer, these guys would pollute phonetically a whole city, honestly.
I think they get to the point where they are trying to see who can talk
Who can talk
louder.
loudest? But honestly, I swear, like if production has the opportunity to get interview for both of these players. I wanna hear them, yeah, if they can still speak after all this streaming. And the person that I'm talking about is both are both Moonwalk or Iceberg, depending, of course, who's winning or who would like to take an interview.
Yeah, so far, not trying to be rude, but maybe this will help him wake up. Iceberg is not really the favorite to be an interviewed player, because 4 and 10 that's not the score that you need to provide in order to get to the interview. And I know for a fact that he is not the one that is expected to be the best player on the server. He might even be the IGL if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah, that was about to ask you, Sudi, if you have the knowledge, because in the end, by being an IGL, you're not that expected to do so. And I think we got the confirmation yesterday, but my memory let me there for a second. So if he is the IGL, then, you know, and even if he isn't, doesn't matter as long as he's still winning.
it certainly is.
Ooh, look at that setup there. So much exchange of a crossfire. In the end, it's going to be an even situation, 3 against 3. With the bomb being planted and one defuse kit available, I swear retakes on B are a little bit harder, especially when you don't have rifles and just a couple of SMGs. But still, it's not over until the fat lady sings. The bomb is about to explode. Nikki B. Oh no, he got distracted by the door. We saw that. He got distracted by the door. And now Bo is the only one left alive. Luckily for him, he kills the boss. He gets a double kill. Bowie! It's his name!
Perfectly played, perfectly aligned. WALCZAKI were cluelessly walking around the side, and that was beautiful. 8-3. And if 5 rounds were more than enough for Echo already, what are we saying about 8?
Yeah, at this point, I mean, if they manage to do 8-4 and they get the pistol round, maybe. Baby, but look at the leagues 15 and 6. Holy macaroni, this man is putting up a fight right now and is perfectly working. 154 ADR, 60% headshot. This man is playing like it's just a Face It game, but this is not Face It, it's Super DraculaN, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, Skid with the opener, and he at least wants to make it a bit better for WALCZAKI before switching to the other side. I mean, I'm wondering what can WALCZAKI do on the T side in order to answer to whatever Echo have done here, because it's gonna be a lot to recover. And honestly, I thought that they could do it, but we'll see what they have to say about it.
I mean, this setup it's still somehow doable for Wazaki, but honestly, I'll be a little bit cocky and say, unless Licks die, I'm not sure how this is going to be like. I mean, 17 and 6 been dominant for quite a while right now. And Licks is consistent, already getting a double kill. It's really hard to beat this man.
Absolutely. He's been everywhere. We've been talking about him ever since the game has started. And it looks like he still doesn't disappoint. He is there for his team. Skid and Baimi will play together as well as Echo will do, but they are separated by a few walls because Echo will get control of the A side while their opponents are down in B, and they just now realize that the utilities have been thrown above them. So they'll have to take on this retake. There's no other option. You have nothing to save for because the next round it will be pistols. So you have to go in and try your best to steal the round away. Skid on 49 HP, buy me with a FAMAS, no utilities, so you have to raw pick out of heaven, and this is gonna be pure aim, but you know you have the advantage on the side. Skid's gonna take one, and that's
it.
all.
Yep. 9 to
What a
3.
half.
Incredible.
City-sided map, by the way.
Yeah. And WALCZAKI had 66.7%. But it's incredible, you know what? I mean, their best win is against Infinite, 13 to 10 to 2, excuse me, and their worst performance is 1 to 13. Like, only to those extremes, not even being that close. So I'm not, I mean, rather if it's going to be the same scenario or not, we'll have to find out in the second half with the pistol round. If the pistol round fails, then we're going to see a force buy, and we'll pack our stuff and go to Mirage. But we have to wait and see. But incredibly played by Echo. What, you know, give to Caesar. There's an old saying: give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. And you have to give that prop to Echo. You know, some players, or not some players, some teams would have been like demoralized or stressed or you know, shadowed, clouded by the fact that okay, they're playing a much more higher team. They lost the first map. They're not. They're placing. They're fighting against a team placed way higher than they are placed. But judging from Echo's play, Echo's movement, Echo's place, Echo's trade, you cannot tell that. These guys are consistent. They're here to deliver a message, and I'm curious to see what's going to come more from them.
Yeah. Echo have been insanely good for T-side half here on Nuke. They made everything seem T-sided. And now they will have so little to achieve on the city side in order to just close it out and go on, do their thing on Mirage. It's hard to predict from now who's gonna be the leading team when Mirage starts, but let's get past the second half, because why wouldn't we believe that WALCZAKI will be able to do the same thing as Echo? Just to make the game more interesting, just to make that overtime that we've been both talking about before the map started a reality.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to come up to that, to be honest with you, but we'll just have to wait and see.
We see how Echo had different streaks. The beginning was a bit hard to predict, you know. We've had those force buys, and after that a streak of 3 and a streak of 4 for Echo. Just one round in between those 7 for WALCZAKI. So far their best player have been Sami, but all alone he can't do it, while on the other side certainly it is Leaks. Nothing to talk about there.
Well, well said and pointed that out. If you look on WALCZAKI, there are multiple players who could make a potential comeback, right? I mean, we have Sami, and we have Baimi. Let's not forget that Sami was the MVP for the previous map, so.
Yeah, but can he achieve the MVP level all by himself without having someone to help him from behind to push him forward when he's not able to do it all alone?
Only time could tell, and that time is about to be Right now, right here, right now. Pistol round, no diffuse kit, just small armor. Once again from Echo. Oh, what are those tabs? I can't even keep up with what's going on the server at the moment. All I know is that Olip is just in a 1 versus 3 being heavily injured. I mean, he can try his best to do this comeback, but that's not going to beat an Echo on a double-digit score, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if they get
Yeah,
the second round, it looks like this might be it. I'll be honest with you.
it is hard to believe that there's gonna be a way back from this.
Yeah, but you know what they say, anything goes. It's just like Michael Jackson was once saying. So,
Absolutely.
but I think we can all agree with this one. And after that, he said, "Ah," and then he threw a nade. Let's see if someone is going to be meeting Michael Jackson. And who's going to be that one? Nikki B with a beautiful first pick here. However, Zaki already down to one player. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good, does it?
The force could have been the last chance they get in this matchup here on Nuke. And Sam is the last one that can save it. He needs a quadra kill. He's planting the bomb right in the smoke, but that was
Yup.
predictable and he
Easier
won't
said
even
than
get the
done.
chance to plant it. So it is 11-3 pistols for WALCZAKI. Maybe if that bomb plant would have been completed, they could have forced again, but they won't get that chance. So 2 more rounds needed for Echo, and one of those is going to be an eco. Oh, never mind. Okay. It
Yeah,
is
they're just
actually a
going
force.
to get it because of the bomb plant, because of the kills that they did. Also, speaking of kills, I want to ask who is WALCZAKI best map? Like, based on HLTV, her best map is I think it's Ancient. No, it's Mirage. And ho ho ho. You know what is Mirage? Mirage is our decider map, which are most probably going to be after this one, because things are not looking way too bright for WALCZAKI. I mean, these guys need a miracle, and they need to make the comeback of the comebacks right here, right now. Super DraculaN. But the chance of this happening is becoming more and more reduced.
The players to already be eliminated in each side as the bomb will be planted by WALCZAKI. Finally, a round that offers them decent chances. You'll have Nikki B. Oh,
Oh,
what is going on? They're not really going for the retake. I don't know what's
yeah.
happening.
Are they saving? But they could do this so easily.
It looks like they're saving. They want to make sure that they have the whole troop ready for a round where things will look better from the beginning. So yes, they will keep the guns, and instead of trying this 3v3 retake, they will let WALCZAKI be happy about winning another round, and after that they will come back stronger with full weapons. Probably the economy was the main reason why Echo decided to save, because they have too low of a budget to afford losing weapons in a round like this, so they will just
I
sit
mean,
back.
it's a smart decision. You can afford doing it, considering you have basically only 2 rounds left before you steal the map pick. So no, actually get your own map pick. Excuse me. So there shouldn't be too much of a problem in that.
Absolutely.
All right, WALCZAKI still staying up strong. By strong, I mean they're not giving up. They're being stubborn. Let's see how stubborn they can be.
Quick kills from Nikki B, from Salazar. Olim's just now gonna find the tray, but with 3 HP. Oh, what a snipe! The perfect cross for Olim to be finished. And Baimi is going to find the refrag, but there are 3 weapons that still need to be defeated before we can talk about their chances here. Sammy takes the first, the second. Who else if not Sammy? And now he leaves everything on behalf of his beloved teammate Baimi, who's up in heaven. It's coming closer to the side, but at the same time, Iceberg is going far away from there. And you know what Iceberg's gonna find there if he just advances a little bit? He is going to find the bomb. I think By Me was heard. And look at the position that Iceberg is taking. He knows exactly where his opponent is coming from. Everything will be about the timing. And oh, that's
Speaking of
dangerous.
timing,
That
though, look at
oh,
the
he was
icebergs
playing
flying.
with his food. No, what a way to find a map point.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Surely that's going to leave an impact on WALCZAKI's mental, and we have to see if they can manage to collect themselves, if not for this game, but for the upcoming one on Mirage. And Mirage being the highest that they ever got for a map win rate, so
Let's see what potentially the last round of this map has for us. If WALCZAKI will be able to delay what seems to be right now the inevitable, or they will just let it be and get ready for Mirage, because they need to win 8 rounds in a row. And if it sounds hard, it is as hard as it sounds. First two smokes to going outside. As someone's waiting outside of main, Salazar is going to be right next to his teammate Boy, down to 7 HP, but not afraid to take a fight, and he is going to take the first kill needed for Echo. Now another for Salazar, and even though Nikki B was lost on the way, the advantage is clearly on Echo's side, not anymore, as there's going to be another trade. Sammy to take a better weapon as well, trying to keep his team alive now, and with that M4 he's got a chance to do it. Bomb not planted yet. WALCZAKI are not sure they can do it because they heard a lot of footsteps just now. Another fake will occur, and they just need to go to a safe position and then plant. Skid with one, even though Sammy was eliminated. Skid will take the torch and will try to be the player that saves the day, but he won. Skid takes another. It's a 1v1 by me against Iceberg once again, and this time with the map on the table, and it is gonna be by me this time. 12-5 for WALCZAKI to stay alive at least for one more round, and I believe that somewhere deep down they still think it's possible. They still believe in their chances, and that's what every team should do at this moment. But honestly, if you ask me, I'm not a player, I'm not a coach, I'm not a fan. I do not believe. Thank you.
well, doesn't matter if you're a player or not. That analysis was straight on point and basically described what you've seen. We see that for the first time, Echo on a second half, these guys are going on a pistol. Leaks has the 24 kills, close to being on that 30 kill bomb streak. So I mean, there's not much to expect from the pistol round, but in the end, anything can go. All right. No first blood has been drawn yet. Why every time I finish this sentence, some things happen? Moonwalk gets 2 for price of 1 magazine. Looks like the bomb will just be here, planted on B without too much of a difficulty. The bomb being planted. Salazar at least will get his hands on a Galil, but that's going to be it. In the end, just one round, and we are going to pack our stuff on Mirage. Here it is. Olimp will find one. So will Salazar keep his head? Looks like not. And now, finally, we started to get things moving from WALCZAKI. But maybe it's a little bit too late. If this would have been done earlier, maybe things would have looked better. However, the possibility of an overtime, it is not to be excluded at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. Round number 19, another one where Echo cannot afford too many things. But just imagine this is the way it ends. Just imagine a round like this, a few pistols, beautiful shots, and that's the way WALCZAKI walk to Mirage. Okay, quick kills. 3v2. WALCZAKI not far away from the script I was mentioning. Oh, Leaks, look at him. Nobody to guard over him. I thought he's going to do more from that position. Maybe I hyped it up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
In the end, WALCZAKI are going to take it. But you can tell that Skid is not really happy. He knows
Let's
that
call
at
it a
any
plan.
moment,
Because
at any
maybe some people will get confused by that word, and there'll be so many bots saying like, "Oh, this is fixed. Oh, overtime. Oh, whatever." No, nothing. It is fixed. The only thing that is fixed is our asses in this chair for like what? I think we are live for 8 hours right now. Yeah, and probably we're going to make it until 10 hours, 11 hours, or whatsoever. Man, I've been telling you, Sudi, and I'm so apologize for interrupting you. Like, the problem, the major problem at Super DraculaN for every team is to close the game. Honestly, like, Echo just needs one round. That's all that it needs. That's it.
Yeah, it is. It is one of the problems we've met in not only this game but some others as well. But this time is for the first time when we see a team actually coming back from such a big difference. And I mean, okay, we're not seeing them come back for real yet because they still have 5 rounds needed. But we'll see. Utilities drop down. Oh, Skit is gonna try and align for something special there. Now Echo have the weapons, so both us and WALCZAKI know that this is gonna be a serious round, a round that is going to test how much do they really want the comeback to happen. Utility is being thrown, Leaks to take a few points of damage. We haven't been talking about him so much, but Luke is gonna take another kill, putting it to 26 now. It's a 3v2 in favor of Echo, and I think it's happening as Olymp will go down as well. And it is just one player standing. Who else if not Sammy? Does he have another clutch in him? Can he do another beautiful moment for WALCZAKI to stay alive? He has all the time in the world, 50 seconds to move around to look for his opponents, to try and find someone alone, because there are plenty players waiting by themselves. Boy, one of them,
Finally.
but
Oh
he's
no, look
gonna
at him,
take
look at him. He was like, not in the face, not again. And I hope Iceberg learned his lesson, man, because he's not going to get game. So far, we are tied 1-1, and I have to say, it's going to be interesting of what we're going to see next, because Mirage, in theory, right, the WALCZAKI have 80% according to HLTV, right, in the past 3 months, and as for Echo, they are not too shabby as well. So I'm surprised, and I'm really curious to see what's going to happen next, but maybe we will find out pretty soon. Let's
I
have a
mean,
look.
we should. We should be finding it pretty soon. We want to see WALCZAKI recovering a little bit from that previous performance on Nuke, where we all expected it to be better. And also, I would like to see how Echo manages to back up what they've done on Nuke, because I believe it shouldn't be all for nothing. Even though this is statistically WALCZAKI's map where they failed the less, well, it should be something coming from Echo as well, because Mirage is a basic map. We've seen it plenty of times. We've seen it for years and years in the map pool, and that's how Echo will begin. 3 kills already. Sammy and Olymp will be left in a duo without their armors, though. So it might not be so easy for them to do it from this position.
Yeah, it looks like the first round it will belong to Echo, as Olim, not only he does not have the bomb with him, but not even an arm is going to help him. And just quickly as that, the first round has concluded without too much of an effort. Echo putting a point on the scoreboard, the first point on the scoreboard.
Good beginning. Exactly what I wanted to see to back off the result on Nuke. And now it's gonna be a force buy from WALCZAKI, and we know that could be dangerous. So it's better for Echo to be careful. Something that I've just spotted is that WALCZAKI began on all three maps on the T side. So they've started on the T side of Anubis because that's how Echo wanted. They started on the T side, if I'm not. Oh no, they started on the CD side of Nuke. Okay,
Yeah,
never
city.
mind.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay,
Oh,
I just
oh, and
remember their T sides.
oh man, that timing there. He walked away when Moonwalk was just coming up with yep, never mind. He gets taken out immediately, and we have I believe that's Skit with him. Yeah. Writing is too small for me to figure that out. Never mind, Nikki B. Eventually, he will get up the kill, which was supposed to get it earlier. And Iceberg has a good position here. Patience is the answer. Looks like first one connects, gets taken out immediately, and now Sammy will have to flash this one and oh, can get another one. Putting that Tech 9 on a good use, it seems like. That's not going to be enough. Second round goes for Echo.
Now it's time for WALCZAKI to settle down a little bit and go for that eco that really needed to appear at some point or another.
Okay, pistol rounds. Let's see how is it going to be, and then hopefully WALCZAKI, when they're going to have access to full weapons, then the story will be a little bit more different.
2 kills already with the M4. It's Leaks to begin this round with, and now Boy to add himself on the scoreboard on the kill feed with one quick tap. Sammy and Olymp yet again coming from top mid is Olymp, while Sammy will be hiding in Palace, and I think he could be spotted at any moment. This is a round that honestly shouldn't be too long. This is a round where the chances of WALCZAKI are not looking that good. Instead, I think we're all waiting, even WALCZAKI are waiting on the full buy. They are waiting on the round that could really change something in their side, and that is going to appear at any moment now because there's just Sammy left. Spotted
Yeah,
now.
but then again, you know, just putting all the momentum, all the pressure on a moment, it's not going to be ideal. I mean, I know that this is how the course of Counter-Strike and of rounds are going to look like, and it's not like they could change or anything, but hopefully it's going to turn up good for them. Otherwise, Echo will have a really strong start, and honestly, I'm not sure that WALCZAKI can catch up if Echo will distantiate, will separate themselves from WALCZAKI this early and with that that big of a round gap.
Still no AWP for Sammy though. I mean, they have the full buy, but it's they missed the weapon that was used the most and in a constant way.
Ooh.
Perfect push here to begin the round with Leaks with 2 kills, 6 and 1. He's already fragging out, and the game did not even begin well. So by me, we'll have to find a reaction to that, and he'll do. The nade does a lot of damage. Sammy down to 52, but at least Baimi is gonna find a second. And what can Leaks do behind that smoke with all the utilities flying his way? They all know where Leaks is hiding, but what will Iceberg do in order to help his teammate? Leaks is gonna find the third. So far, he's the only one that's done the kills for Echo in this round. And there
Oh
is
my
Moonwalk
god.
with one. The trade Leaks for the
1v1.
ace. So close. Oh, he doesn't have any more bullets. 21 HP for Baimi. The time is running
Don't
out. He's
forget the
going
bomb.
for the defuse. He's trying the ninja, and the bullets are not going in. He's gonna
You got
take
it! No, you can't do that, WALCZAKI! What are you doing? No way! That should have not been possible! What is
Iceberg.
this?
He's feeling it. The IGL is smiling. He turned his back to Leaks, but today he decided to perform to show his IGL that he maybe should be changing the angle he plays on to see the greatness with his eyes, because that greatness sits all at full honesty in Leaks. 8 and 2 so far. Sammy, to be taken out again. Quiet start for the player that we expected to be on top of the world now. Skid finds the trade. Echo 4 rounds deep into an advantage here. And I think WALCZAKI needs to find something different in order to change that.
Yeah, I'm surprised there are no timeouts. It's just round after round after round. Like in this scenario, especially considering that Wazaki is played way higher than Echo, just by going for some timeouts could potentially do the trick. I mean, it's not shameful to do it, and of course, it's not about that they're going to be eliminated. But why not try to situate yourself as high as possible for the upcoming days? Well, at least now we have a different narrative of the story with the bomb being planted. Speaking of story, we have an op there, which is well, the sticker, which is going to remind us what happened towards apps on Mirage. 2 versus 4. Leaks once again. If you look at his KD quite early in this set, we'll pay by it. Oh, bro, I thought for a second that Skid was going to shoot his zombie. Like, did you see that cross replacement? And yeah, he will have to save it here. Finally, Wazaki putting a point on the scoreboard. Hopefully for them, it could be the beginning of a round streak. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about time for them to show that they're here. They are still playing with us. They are not left on nuke or something like that. It was a good moment for them, and they will need more of these good moments in order to be considered into the game, because one round it's not going to bring the sun.
Then now Echo, we already seen there a little bit of downgrade from the weapons that they've played. Just on MP7, SMG, small armor, besides Bowie and Leaks there. No action going on, just trying to get a little bit of space in there.
Oh,
Oh, Bowie?
oh.
No! Oh my god. He confirms the kill, and not only he confirms it, but did he drop the bomb? No, he didn't, as the bomb goes towards A. However, it's a upward advantage. It's a good advantage for him. Salazar gets taken out. 4 against 4. He's still available. Oh, no way! You can do that? I did not know. Well, man, look at those timings, man. I swear, just hiding behind the corner, it's like Echo are anticipating this, checking every corner, being aware of it. This is what I'm saying. Look at Bowie, man. Holy macaroni. He got 2 kills tonight to 1v1 between Sammy and Nikki, but Sammy, he says, not on my watch, brother. And he's here to deliver.
Yeah, he's finally gonna win a round for WALCZAKI. They were waiting for their hero to start shooting back, and it was quite a weird round, honestly. Everybody seemed to be playing a game of hide and seek, but everybody was seeking. And in the end, Sammy with 2 kills to end it up pretty well in favor of WALCZAKI. 2 rounds in a row for the Polish side, and they will need more than that. But at least it's a start of something nice.
Echo will be forced to live by their name for the first time here on Mirage. Now let's see what's going to be the fall. And I'm not expecting too much of it, but hey. We've seen teams doing surprises with that Echo.
Don't think it's gonna be the case this time though, because we see how WALCZAKI will take control of the B side, while Echo have most of their players into the A side, while two of them are in the apartment. And I don't know if they were spotted or not. How is Olymp eliminated by an USP? Okay, this starts to be awkward, to be weird. Iceberg took the first kill. They won't be able to get the gun because they know there's another player down in the B side. Iceberg is gonna be eliminated by... Oh no! Nikki B will take the WP close to a second. He got me scared for a second there, but he is gonna be eliminated by Moonwalk, who fails to throw the bomb, and he will just decide he'll plant it himself. So now that it's the mission is done, I'm sure that Echo will try to approach for the retake, but Moonwalk's gonna take a second, and there's another player that they're waiting to see in kitchen because oh, like,
Oh, is he allowed to do that? Honestly.
yeah, I see somehow he is. 33 HP, but he's coming closer to the side. They want to take all of the guns that WALCZAKI have, but Skid won't allow that. Another kill from Boy.
No
he
way!
wouldn't have time for the defuse though, but he's going for the weapon of Moonwalk, and he won't take that either.
Man,
4-3,
such
but
a sweaty round. It shouldn't
yeah,
have been like that for WALCZAKI. I
too
mean,
big
they
of a
got it, but
trouble.
at what cost?
Too big of a trouble for WALCZAKI here.
And for this reason, they went straight into a timeout. And just imagine how would have been the outcome if he had a defuse kit or a heavy ammo.
Yeah, it could have been a lot different and wrong from WALCZAKI's perspective. So they
But
should be happy that didn't happen.
still going to impact them economically.
Absolutely. This is exactly why they went straight into a timeout. They need to talk about it. They need to make sure that things like this cannot
Analyze, yeah.
happen over and over again.
Like, boys, what happened? What are we doing? Why are we throwing this? You know, it needs to be like an apex discussion. I want you to listen to fucking to me. If you guys want to win, you need to shut up and listen to me. This is what the IGL is saying right now, you know? Citing Apex, by the way. So
Absolutely.
that's perhaps the path that we should follow. Okay, both teams now being fully equipped. No more excuses if things don't go well. Excuse is not an option here.
True. It's the equalizer chance they get. If they fail it, you never know when they're gonna get another. So it's good to always take every possibility in your advantage. It's good to never pass on something that could help you, and be fully focused in moments that impact the game for good, because we're gonna remember some of these rounds. We're gonna remember the moments where WALCZAKI failed and Echo managed to
Surely, yeah. And I think,
advance.
of course, if you missed any of those highlights, you can also check social media. Digital Crusade has multiple highlights from all the games from Stream A and Stream B will be put there. So don't be too sad or don't be too concerned if you missed anything on social media. It will be captured the best of the best there, and also the worst of the worst, because that's what we're here for. I mean, yesterday we captured how Iceberg managed to deliver a broken nose to the coach. So
But
3 against 3. Bomb is being planted. We have one diffuse kit. Tries to get it in. Iceberg, yeah, had an opportunity to make a kill, but to his surprise, there was another one hidden there.
Yeah, he didn't know on which target to look, and it is gonna be 4-4 for WALCZAKI. 4 rounds in a row for both teams already, and now that we're tied up, it's a good question to ask. How are Echo going to recover from this? Because we've been talking about all sorts of mistakes WALCZAKI have done, but we forgot to talk about how Echo were unable to win 1 out of the 4 last rounds. So they just basically gave the advantage away to WALCZAKI, because if they don't do any sort of stupid thing here, they will be able to make it 5 before Echo will do. Salazar eliminated first. Boy needs to be out of there because many people are rushing towards him, and WALCZAKI just took control of mid. Meanwhile, Echo are trying to keep their pistols close to that, because you know these 5.7s can be really dangerous when played in close range, and I think this is exactly what Boy and Nikki B are looking for, to stay in the close, to find players on good timings and take them out. We know that's how the pistol rounds work. Iceberg is not gonna find a good timing though.
I mean, beautifully executed there. Now, what can Echo perform once again, as we've seen? And you know, they basically did what their team name is saying. This time they have to try once again, but with 2 player less. However, yeah, as you previously mentioned, it's pretty hard to recover from this. Maybe their best, the best decision or the best thing that they can hope for is either for the second half to make this reset, or just get at least one more round. Like from 6-6, it can go both ways, and it's really fun. It's just like having a 0-0, but it's more compact.
A perfect tactical timeout to discuss something that was written in the chat. Brokey just got benched in phase apparently, and I want to check that while I'm reading it because I'm a big fan of it. Honestly, I'm not watching phase. I honestly do not really enjoy their Counter-Strike usually, but again, Brokey getting benched could be an opportunity for phase to finally find a good lineup, because even though Carrigan is not around anymore, they could do a rebuild. They could do something that really helps them, and I'm really wondering who are they going to pick up. I mean, I know they were talking about Martinez to come into the roster, so I think it's going to be Martinez who will be acquired. But who's gonna be the fifth?
What if it's Lonix, right? I mean, he's still exploring options.
I don't think so. They need an IGL and a Noper basically. So I mean,
Lonix
Lonix
wasn't
might
too
be the
bad on
right
an
guy.
op, and Lonix as an IGL could be something that can happen.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't
in
know
the end,
what's
it's off season. You can try different things and see if it
yeah.
works.
Lonix might be good at many things, but I think IGLing wouldn't be his main thing.
Yeah, perhaps you're right.
I guess as it does not have like official news, but it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's the same thing that happened earlier with G2, who.
No, it just got posted by Face 22 minutes ago that we are
Oh,
moving Brocky to bench off. It's the Brocky bench is official,
but
unless
hey,
chat is picking another official announcement that we might have missed.
didn't Wrinkle just sign with G2? Or
Yeah,
am I
they did.
tweaking?
And Sun Pius is benched.
Yeah, so I think Wrinkle won't be going to phase.
Yeah, so we can exclude that for now.
Hey, anyways, let's focus on our game because we're 25 seconds away from the ending of the round, and Echo started fragging out. Nikki B with
Never
one
mind. Look at
WALCZAKI.
Nicky, man.
Hey, they're gonna fall
Someone drank a
apart.
little bit too much of Monster because he let the Monster outside. You know, Jesus, beautifully played. Time was never a pressure for him.
Yeah, FaZe are interested in Martinez, that's true. And I know that also the whole lineup of Gentlemates might be acquired by a different organization because I think they want to leave the Counter-Strike scene. Too many things happening. Well, you know what? Too many things happening. It's the roster mania. That's what happens every single time after a season ends. So it's not gonna be any different this time. Kills for WALCZAKI though. Round number 11. You have Moonwalk eliminated on one side,
Oh,
but
look
on
at
the
this
other side,
position from
everything is
Joey.
falling apart, and it's gonna be just Salazar to stand by his teammates' bodies and wonder what could have been done different here, because WALCZAKI are gonna make sure that they get 6 in the first half, and at least they're not losing it. It's a good score for the T side, even though Mirage can be pretty balanced, and it all depends on how the teams are going to play. On the T side, it is a really good first half for WALCZAKI, and if they even manage to take the last round and close it out in their favor, I would take that as a big W.
Big W in the chat. Salazar will try his best here to make some exit frags. We'll have to just be ready for one. Oh, that's not a big of a problem. Yeah, this game is so balanced, and honestly, it doesn't surprise me as we've seen the first two maps. These teams are going head to head, toe to toe, pinky to pinky, whatever you want to name it. But now we are on the last round of the first half. It's going to be is it going to be a perfect 6-6, or is it going to be a 7-5?
Okay, so the Sharks are winning right now. Interesting.
Are they? Oh,
That's what people are saying down in the chat.
all right. Well, it's nice to see that people are also checking out other stream as well, because honestly, there are so many great teams in this Super DraculaN and so many things going on that you cannot fully comprehend everything. So that's why you have some highlights, you have some past broadcasts, you have pretty much all types of tools and ways to record it in case
Oh,
you've missed it. Then we try our best to
doing
do so.
there? Wait, what was Ibis doing there? He got a bit of help from Nikki B, and just
Yeah,
together they managed to take out the players in top mid. So it's gonna be a 5v3 for Echo to begin this round with, and even though the smokes are going down on the A side, and probably WALCZAKI will be able to take it before anybody from Echo would approach. I mean, planting the bomb, but what will you do after that? You need to take care of one of those positions, and the thing that Moonwalk did here was just nasty. You can't do that. A 5v3, what you can do is try to shift the push towards City, plant the bomb, and try to take control of City, and after that, play with that position. But Moonwalk going alone in connector just sold the round completely. It was already hard for WALCZAKI to find anything here. Let's see how Sam is gonna deal with it, because By Me is a bit focused on other positions. Sam is gonna be eliminated. Iceberg to pick out at the perfect timing, and that's it. Perfect tie at the end of the first half. 6 for both teams.
6-6, yeah. Crazy.
So, balanced game so far. Echo were the favorites in the beginning of the half, but after that, WALCZAKI caught them, and they made it 5 before their opponents won 5 in a row. We had 2 big streaks from each team, and after that, things balanced themselves at the end of the half. So, with that being said, we're gonna see the highlights while we try to understand what we should
What
expect
just
from the
happened?
second half. I mean, there's not much to discuss. It's been a chaotic half, I can agree. So
Yeah.
some plays will need to be reviewed, but at the same time,
By
on a
both teams, by the
tactical,
way.
yeah, on a tactical level, WALCZAKI not impressive yet again. I mean, their T sides just warrant it, and we've got the confirmation on each map, in my opinion. So probably taking 6 rounds here is already big by itself, and it's going to be really important to see how they will deal with the city side, because that's where you don't need to call on some pushes and picks and positions. All you have to do is defend, and we know that with their aim, which is undeniably good, they should be able to defend.
Okay, someone in the chat corrected us. Tommy Leaks is his name. He said it's pronounced WALCZAKI, not WALCZAKI. Okay. Well, at least now we got informed. Hopefully
Yeah,
we
sounds
also
good.
said that correctly. Yeah, I mean,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Polish is a language that we know nothing about, so be careful with us. I mean, I've seen so many Polish teams on my streams in previous DraculaNs and even other tournaments that I needed to learn almost every single name I got to. Thank God there
Oh.
are still players like Moonwalk or Reiko who have easy names to
All
pronounce.
in, yeah, all of that, you know.
Yeah, probably anything can happen in the next half. But again, I would say as a whole, it's a victory for WALCZAKI to win 6 rounds. Here we can see how the streaks went after the second streak, which was WALCZAKI's. Sorry, you had Echo take 2 rounds and WALCZAKI just 1. The top fragger is gonna be Sammy for the left side, and on the right side you have 2 players tied up, Boy and the Leaks. So far, they've been the best players for the entire series, so it doesn't come as a a surprise. It's nice to have Nikki B up to 11 as well, which comes as a bit of a surprise. Maybe he's not been featured in so many important moments in the previous few rounds of the other maps. But with that being said, we're gonna see how the pistols unveil, because the coach is already applauding his boys. Probably Iceberg has the last things, and everybody should be ready for the next half to begin. Let's see.
Yeah, we need to draw a conclusion because coming up next, we're going to have another important best of three, and it's going to be in the lower final. It's going to be none other between Infinite and BetClick Apogee. One of those two teams will be going home, and the other will be making further into the groups. So we still have a couple of games and maps to go before we can close the day of number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. A question for the Polish fans: wouldn't it be closer to the right pronunciation to make it something like WALCZAKI, to make a J out of those C and Z? Because I know something about Polish teams after I've watched so many of them. So maybe WALCZAKI, something like that. I don't even know.
Chucky,
We'll see. We'll see. We narrowed down a way to say it. I mean,
yeah.
the what matters the most is to see them active on the server, so we have to pronounce their name a lot. But with that being said, 4 armors for Echo, as well, Jackie will go for their obvious 5 armors and nothing else. We've seen it in every single map before, and they're not gonna make any exception from the rule. So it's time for Echo to take 2 players into underpass, while the others are focused in mid and one in apartment. So this looks like something that could unveil into a quick push towards the B side,
Ooh, look
only
at
if
that
Vibe
tap.
and Sammy would allow it, because they're gonna find a kill each to leave boys speechless out in mid, while Leaks is trying to at least trade something to find a head, which will be given to him. Sammy down to 8 HP, but Moonwalk took a trade right before that happened. So it's a 4v2. Moonwalk approaching another target. He knows he has some help from Skid over to the side, and of course that boy won't be able to fight with 2 players at once. And with that being said, Lix is gonna be the last victim of WALCZAKI in this round. So it is 7-6 in favor of the Polish side.
So far, the Priester round it went down immaculate. There were a couple of one taps, but in the end, it looks like WALCZAKI came up on top of Team Echo. And we can see here a Moonwalk unloading his magazine and killing relentlessly. Oh, a break to clear up whatever was in there. And yeah, look, this is a technical timeout. So each time when you see a technical timeout, a timeout needs to be called for, you know, small things like this as well. It's not necessarily it's on our side. It's on the fact, due to the fact that, you know, a player has things that need some adjustments. And you're not going to do adjustments when you play. You're gonna take a small break for it. All right, I think that is going to sum up what I was trying to explain. Now let's get back to our ships, shall we? Okay, not going for a force by here. Echo decided to play it tactically. Someone in the chat wrote 6-7, but it's 76, so I'm not sure if it's truly 6-7. Is this truly 6-7? I know for a fact that Salazar still wants to be in. He's a talented player, but he can do this much. He needs his time for he needs his help. He needs the help of the team. Excuse me. League will try to do the best to help him, but everyone from WALCZAKI will be alive and will get to leave another round.
8-6. They're currently starting to take a gap on Echo. And if the full buy fails for the current D side, it is going to be a problem for the Danny side, because WALCZAKI are already looking into that advantage, and I told you we should see an instant improvement or an instant change as soon as WALCZAKI will hit the city side, because it's a lot different and it looks like it just suits them a bit better, in my opinion at least.
Let's see if this is going to be a scenario or will be something else that we did not see it coming. No op is been introduced yet. What a
Oh.
perfect setup here from Zaini. Unfortunately, he cannot get multiple kills, but he'll get the enough information that he needs. Let's look at Olim. He spots the head and manages to get the pick without being spotted. Then WALCZAKI is one round away from unlocking a double-digit score. And now, finally, we'll have a sort of understanding which team is coming up on top.
Yeah, well, one kill for each player, perfect round. Everybody split their chase here, and they got the 9th round. It's gonna be another eco for Echo. Somebody in the chat asked where is Reiko, and the answer to that is that he's been benched while Skid will be playing next to WALCZAKI. Don't know the reason actually, because I am not really that updated about the Polish scene, even though I'm
Yeah.
watching their games actively. But it is what it is. Oh, leaks. What was that? Beautiful shot to start this round with. Baim is gonna make sure that the weapon is still safe and nobody's gonna take it, but it's a good start to a round of just a simple eco. The IGL of WALCZAKI will now be eliminated, and he'll have to spectate his boys while they apply whatever he told them at the beginning of the round, and that seems to be a pretty normal strat. 2 people in A, 2 people in B, no one in mid now that Olymp was eliminated and they had to cover for him. The problem is that they are shifting their focus towards mid with both the players in A, one of which
Ooh,
will
what
be
was that?
eliminated by Iceberg, who runs away while the A side is being cleared up. It's a problem for WALCZAKI. They cannot allow themselves to lose a round against just pistols.
The bomb being planted, the retake can still happen, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult considering they are now down by 2 players. I need to be promptly and fast about it. Echo still staying up strong. There it is. It looks like the nade is going to say its work and by confirming this kill. Still need to be careful about this one though. A few seconds left down the line, and yep, I think this clutch is safely to say that it's not gonna happen. And wow, incredible play by Echo. Nicely executed.
Yeah, and also around that, WALCZAKI should have never lost in the first place. But of
Definitely.
course, you got hit by Leaks with 2 beautiful kills with the Deagle. Now Iceberg is trying to tell the boys that this is the way they should be looking like. And at the same time, there needs to be an answer from WALCZAKI. This happens to every team. You could get ecoed and, nobody's gonna laugh at you once. But if you fail to answer, if you fail to change everything after that happens, well, there's gonna be a problem. 2 players ready to push mid for WALCZAKI. We're off to a fast fight, and Baim is gonna open round number
Ooh,
17 by
okay.
taking out Salazar.
Going for a rush right there. Now, it was just an in and out operation, got the kill, and now we can just retreat back at it. Let's see if WALCZAKI can confirm this. Bomb is to nobody's possession, sitting close to T-Apps. I have to go for a little rotation here. And still the bomb is not being picked up. Just burning utilities like there is no tomorrow.
Sammy with another for WALCZAKI. While Skits, oh, it all
Oh,
depends on timing here. That smoke is separating 2
at
players,
this
and this
timing.
could be the kill that changes the round for
Expected.
Echo.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It's taken
okay,
regardless.
Iceberg. Good one
And
from
there it
Baimi.
is. Another one bites the dust. 3 versus 2. Now Iceberg all by himself. Cannot even plant the bomb. And it's way better this way. And look at
Yeah.
the spirits are up in WALCZAKI's team.
We've heard a big scream from Baimi, and for a good reason, because they see themselves so close of ending this game in their favor after they went through a disastrous nuke where it seemed like nothing actually worked for them until the end. Now it is time to find themselves on Mirage, where they recovered early and they managed to take the advantage, and ever since they took it, they've never given it back to their opponent. So that's why there's a good reason behind why WALCZAKI are so happy right now. There's been a tactical timeout just passing for Echo, who has decided to talk about everything that they should do in a round where their economy will not look that good. They will have mostly Galils, just two AKs in this buy. They do not have the best level of utilities. It's somewhere at a median level, but at the same time, if Echo fail to convert this round, it's going to be 11 for WALCZAKI, and after that you have to go for an eco. You can't risk it with a force. Maybe just if you plant the bomb, just if we get so close and you feel like the next round could be the perfect one. One for Iceberg. Good beginning. Round number 18. Trade coming from Skit, and now he goes down on the side. Can Sammy do anything as flashes fly above the side? I don't think so. And he's gonna take a defensive position while Echo calm down a little bit, because it's a 3v3. It's a Neckel situation, but you know that Iceberg is low already. A player that will not be caught escapes straight to connector, but Olim turns around. This could be huge. He's gonna pick mid, but Nikki B is ready for it. So he is going to assure his team of an advantage. A lot of nades have been thrown in Salazar's direction, and he still survives. Finally, Baimi to eliminate him. A bit above a minute here, and two players of Echo are both low, but Nikki B is coming from ramp, and I don't know if they have any idea about it happening. The bomb is down, and they're gonna guard over it. Baimi has the perfect position, but he has too many angles to check, so everything will be about the timing, and he's not checking Ram. Nikki B to catch the kill, and he's the one and only Sammy, undefeated so far. He's gonna see the player from his opponent team running away, and he realizes that this might go down in the B side, but he's still not rotating.
40 seconds left down the line. I think Sammy suspects that these guys won't go on A. He was go for Flashiest defuse kit, but fortunately no nade there. Curious to see how this one goes out. Crucial round, by the way. I mean, look at the economy, though, for both teams. Yeah, he's just going to save it. And Echo still staying up, still being a nonsense. Still going to be a annoyance for WALCZAKI.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, you know, the round looked good for WALCZAKI until the moment Baimi decided to stay in the middle of the map. It made absolutely no sense, because you knew that there could have been more angles your opponent could come from. And just imagine, even the angle between connector and stairs, even that decision would have given you a disadvantage, because if you were looking connector and the opponent would be coming from stairs watching you, you'd have the disadvantage. You'd have to flick. Why would you put yourself in that position when you have the bomb? You could have gone up in palace or under palace as well. You could have stayed somewhere hidden in ninja. Many possibilities, and his decision making here wasn't the best. And that brings me back to the discussion we've had about the T side, because there's where decision making matters the most, and that's why WALCZAKI are probably not the best team on the T side, because tactically they are not at the level they should be. Round number 19 though.
All right, but that's the thing. In the past, full buy once again from both teams. If WALCZAKI does not manage to convert this one, then it's going to give a lot of momentum to Echo, and we potentially be here taking lead. Such an exchange of crossfire happening quite early into round, and Sammy once again, he will be given an impossible mission to survive with an op, especially when he's missing a shot like that. And now A site is being planted. Never mind that nade for sure is going to find its way and take one with him. Yeah, Echo coming up from behind, making it 10-9.
Another poor round, and at some point they're gonna feel what these poor rounds are doing to WALCZAKI, because right now they have Echo breathing right behind them. One round separates these two on the scoreboard. and you know, it could happen to lose because of some crazy shots, because of some crazy timings or things like that. But when you have the advantage, when you're so close to winning the game and you start losing rounds like this, you're not gonna save the op either, because once again, everybody seems to be standing in the middle of the map without a plan, without someone to double you from a safe position, without someone to guard over your angles that you can take care of, without a real plan. So this is what Echo have spotted. This is what Echo are going to exploit. And is there really a change? Is there really something that WALCZAKI could do right now in order to change that? Because it seems like it's an issue that runs deeper, and it's an issue that stops them to be the team at full potential they could be.
We have a technical timeout. It seems that someone was speaking to Iceberg while the round was live. And the coach sitting there couldn't help but just to intervene.
Yeah, the people are saying that in the chat as well. So yeah, that's why the coach received the warning. It's something a bit inconvenient, let's say, but you know, it happens. Enough time has passed for the coaches to you know, accommodate with the new rules of Counter-Strike, and we know some coaches have been kicked out of the major for different things that didn't serve well to the organizers. So I think it's a good idea for the coach of Echo to avoid that, because you never know when that's gonna happen here in DraculaN as well. It's gonna be
Yes.
just a warning now.
Just a warning for now.
It seems like they're still explaining each other's stance on that. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be one of those timeouts where things need to be solved, but until that happens, I am trying to take a look at the other game going on right now, because I think the Sharks were able to close out the first map. Yes, they did. 13-6 against Ascent, who so far have been the surprise of this tournament. They took down Gamer Legion. They managed to qualify for the playoffs after eliminating, or after sending Sashi down to the lower bracket, and now they got a matchup against Sharks, who are kind of a hard opponent to beat. I mean, you did it once to a major team, you defeated Gamer Legion. Now it's gonna be a bit complicated to defeat Sharks as well. It's 1-0, they lost their own map, and now they'll be going to Anubis, where they lead after the pistol round, but it's gonna be a long run, because I'm sure that Sharks chose that map for a reason. We're back in our game though, and WALCZAKI are stuck on pistols, so it's the perfect opportunity that Echo have to equalize.
Going on an eco when this whole map is about to close in. It's a really scary situation here. Yeah, I mean, even though the positioning was right, in the end it turned out, because of the choice of weapons, there was not much that he could do. And WALCZAKI desperately trying to find an opening here. And we are already moving forward to round number 21, having our score 10-10.
Yeah, an equalizer that not many people would have been able to predict a few rounds ago, because WALCZAKI were looking like they were on top of the world, and that's why I'm always talking about these little moments that could shift the entire momentum of the game over to the other side, because we've seen a round where they basically threw, we pointed out a few mistakes, they happened over and over again, and suddenly those mistakes weren't just some things we were debating here on the live because we had nothing else to talk about. Those were points for Echo, points that are crucially coming in their savior, and made this a tie once again. AWP for Sammy, and as well as for Salazar. Baim is going to try to be aggressive again. This time he is backed up by Olimp, who's going to take the first kill, but that's going to fail in a remarkable way, as 3 players from WALCZAKI will be eliminated. Boy down to the B side. He's being waited on by Sammy with the AWP, and this is going to be awkward because they're both moving around these walls. They know of their presence. Sammy's going to win the battle, and he keeps WALCZAKI alive in this one because Nikki B is down to 43 HP while Salazar has the AWP, but he doesn't have any sort of utilities. And Sammy, he takes the apps position. Perfect play from Sammy. Let's see what he can do. It's going to be an AWP or duel. Sammy needs to stop. He needs to press the brakes because players are coming. He's going to take the first. More than enough, and sets Moonwalk up for the 1v1. He's gonna be a bit late to the party as he just comes into the side. Fake plan, perfect play from Nikki B.
Look at
he
that,
is going
baby.
to win it. 11-10 in favor of Echo, and 2 rounds away from the victory. The series have just changed right in front of our eyes as WALCZAKI will pass the advantage over to their opponents, and I don't know if they'll ever be able to take it back.
Such a perfectly played there. Taking that bomb plant, and you know, also had the good intuition from where he might come from, even though Sammy initially tried to trade his teammate. In the end, it wasn't enough, and now we are on the edge of ending this game. Look at the economy, just a force buy here is not going to help, and WALCZAKI, statistically speaking, they should have had the upper hand here. Nikki B with 21 kills, followed up by Leaks. These guys have been consistent. Sammy and Moonwalk don't look too shabby at all as well. The Moonwalk has a potential setup here to get multiple frags, but in the end it's going to come up for timing. Oh, he hears the footsteps. Nikki did footsteps, and Moonwalk getting prepared. First one seems to be connected, tries to go for the second one. Is not going to be it. It was a little bit hard to confirm that kill on Moonwalk, but hey, who cares? Now checking out the corners, Kit is still being undiscovered. Having a sneaky play here, and he successfully managed to get the pick. Tries to go for a second, but he'll be soonly punished for it. Olimp, the only one left alive. First one seems to be connecting. He has to do a 1 versus 2. Going to be really hard. Tries to do it, but that's not going to beat an Iceberg. He's so happy about it as his team is on match point. Wow.
You fucking suck!
He was close. Iceberg starts screaming. He knows he almost has it, and there's gonna be a timeout called by the coach. He wants to talk to his boys. He knows this is the crucial moment. This is the one that could make Echo semi-finalists. They could be going into the Big Four here at DraculaN, and again, $150,000 are on the table here for the teams to grab, and for any team, especially for one that is not represented by an organization as of now. It's a huge amount of money for a team that was just been dropped by their organization, and those money could be used in order for the X strict lineup to become a top organization once again. So with that being said, it's round number 23. It could be the one that ends the hopes for the semifinals for WALCZAKI, at least for now, because tomorrow they'll get another chance of fighting for that. But until they do, let's see how this looks like. Salazar with the AWP, Sammy on the other side has that weapon as well. It's the perfect buys for both the teams. Maybe you could argue that WALCZAKI doesn't really have all the utilities they want, but it doesn't really matter as long as they're gonna use those weapons good. And the first nade will be dropped in mid. Iceberg down to 65. He finds a way into connector. Flash above. Sammy down to 42. Now Baimi is eliminated. 4 more targets left for the victory to be Echoes, but Olimp is gonna try to stop them. Just one. Salazar with a trade throws the molly in no time to breathe because everything is happening in such a fast pace, and suddenly WALCZAKI will take the advantage in this round. Moonwalk down to 46. Sammy not doing better either. Salazar, what a reaction. The headshot through the wall. And it's time to calm down a bit because Moonwalk is on the flank already. Sammy holds his position, but nobody's gonna be stupid enough to pick, or at least that's what we think, Leaks, to escape that, to avoid it in the last second. He's been the hero today and he'll need to do it just one more time. 2 targets available and the time is running out. Moonwalk goes down. Sammy will have to do it all alone and he's pressured by the time. Brings out the USP, turns his back to the side. He doesn't know where the second player is, but he finds out too late. And that's the victory. That's your first semi-finalist, ladies and gentlemen, for Dracula.